First of all, Ambassador, Chairman Modi, dear guests from India, ladies and gentlemen, Namaste. It's a great honor for me to be here at India Unlimited and to open this seminar. Our government likes to look ahead, and India is very much on our radar. I think it's fair to say that today, no other country can match India in terms of its potential for creativity, innovation, and growth. Welcome also to Sweden, a fairly small country up in the north of Europe. Small in numbers, but also the front runner when it comes to global innovation. Also the growth engine of Europe today. When Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Löfven met in Mumbai in February, it was clear that our partnership is strong and growing. I would like to share with you today some thoughts on how the future partnership between our two countries could develop. Over the next 15 years, I see innovation as an integral part. Innovation is often born from trying to meet new challenges in society or in business. This is true everywhere, but perhaps especially in India today. Take urban development as an example. The scale of India's urban growth over the coming decades is going to be unmatched. According to estimates, India's urban population will increase by approximately 200 million by the year 2030. The scale of change will require fresh thinking, innovation, and new solutions. And India's transformation needs to be green, and it needs to be smart. The Indian government is well aware of this. Sustainability is a key concern in almost all of the government's major initiatives, from the initiative to create 100 smart cities, to Clean India, Make in India. I believe Swedish companies are well placed to contribute to this endeavor. Sustainability can drive economic development. That is Sweden's experience. It forces us to think differently, to develop new and creative technologies and new regulatory solutions in incentives. If addressed together, the economic downturn and the environmental and energy challenges the world is currently facing could offer sustainable business opportunity, new markets and new jobs. The fact that Sweden has long innovated with sustainability in mind now makes us competitive. Swedish companies already have solutions, for example, in urban development, and are already contributing to sustainable growth in India. If Swedish companies want to continue taking part in India's transformation, it is critical that they continue to be innovative. The Swedish government has adopted a number of strategies to promote innovation, industrialization, and trade. Our objective is to make Sweden a world leader in the development of innovative products, services, and business models. This is at the heart of the mission of the Swedish National Innovation Council, shared by our Prime Minister, Stefan Löfven. To succeed, partnerships with other countries will be essential. When our Prime Minister visited India in February, he invited Indian counterparts to a dialogue on innovation with Sweden. And I'm pleased to note that the Innovation Council is involved in the India Unlimited seminars today. In our industrialization strategy, a cornerstone is that we want to make Sweden a testbed for new technology. This does not only include developing necessary infrastructure such as test sites, it also includes a broader perspective, where Sweden invests in new solutions, encourage testing of new systems and technologies in the Swedish public sector, for example, in the Swedish transport system and healthcare system. This way, Swedish companies will have tested and fine-tuned their products in Sweden so they are ready to large-scale implementation in other places. Indian companies and ideas are of course most welcome to make Sweden your testbed as well. Because I believe that India-Sweden's relations can be a catalyst for innovation. India has a long history of as an innovator. In fact, the digital era would not have been possible without the Indian innovation of the number 0, half a binary code. I wish I could say that Sweden invented the number 1. But still, there is much complementary to be explored and many opportunities for synergies. Swedish companies can benefit from India's enormous pool of skilled technicians and engineers, as well as expanding market for digital products. India can benefit from the experience, knowledge and expertise of Swedish companies. Cooperation can create jobs in India as well as in Sweden and can increase the cost effectiveness of R&D and manufacturing. But for all of this to happen, the necessary conditions for trade and cooperation needs to be there. An open and predictable business environment is crucial to attract investments and is something Swedish company seeks. The Indian government has high ambitions in improving ease of doing business. I think more work can be done on cutting red tape, modernization, regulation and simplifying taxes and tax administration. The introduction of a national goods and service tax is an important reform. An economy open to global trade is key to integrate into global value chains and the innovation that are constantly born out of cooperation across borders. Here I think India can do even more in lowering tariffs, in dismantling non-tariff barriers to trade. And last but not least, something for our collective to-do list. Obviously, we need to meet and connect. There is today no direct flight between India and Sweden, as the ambassador mentioned. We need to fix this. I encourage everyone to work towards that goal. Some small remarks on some key issues. In life sciences, cooperation between Sweden and India goes back a long way. As early in the 1950s, two of the key figures in the development of Swedish public healthcare, Axel Höjer and Signe Dahl, were teaching at a medical university in Kerala in India. When they came back, their experience in India had a profound impact on their work to modernize Sweden's healthcare system. New environments and new challenges can certainly inspire new thinking. Since India's independence, cooperation has been undertaken in the life sciences between universities and businesses. In addition, the 2009 MOU on health is an excellent platform for further cooperation. In the digital area, it is increasingly clear that the fourth industrial revolution is well underway. 3D printing and the Internet of Things, machine-to-machine communication and smart manufacturing are no longer futuristic visions, but a reality in many factories and workplaces. I believe the future belongs to the entrepreneurs and the enterprises who work out how to reap the benefits of these new technological developments. Recently, for example, the founders of the Indian e-commerce platform Flipkart made it into Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people in the world. Swedish and Indian companies can partner in these new digital developments. The Swedish company Truecaller has succeeded in India by innovating for the specific challenges in the market. With their success in India, where they now have more than 100 million users, Truecaller currently grows with more than 300,000 users per day worldwide. The Indian government has launched a comprehensive program under the name Digital India to boost IT development and the digital industries, which Swedish companies can also benefit from and take part in. India's tech companies are already investing in Sweden, and there are good reasons to continue. A new joint working group on digital technologies and economy has been created, and we expect deeper cooperation in the area. In a few weeks, it will be my pleasure to welcome the Indian Minister for Communication and Information Technology to Sweden. This will be a very important visit. Swedish companies need to be where the growth is happening. In the coming decades, that will be in Asia and not least India. In February, Prime Minister Stefan Löfven and his Team Sweden delegation led the strongest Swedish business delegation to India so far. Following the visit to Mumbai in mid-February, the government and Business Sweden are about to launch a designated Team Sweden-India group for further coordination, how to better accommodate the demands of our Indian counterparts in companies, states, municipalities, agencies and government. In addition, during the visit, our Prime Minister welcomed the creation of an India-Swedish Business Leaders Roundtable, uniting the foremost business leaders of our two countries for close discussions at industrialist top level on the Swedish-Indian challenges and opportunities. To conclude, the potential for further cooperation is enormous, and innovation will be at the core. I believe the complementarity between our countries provides a solid basis for a partnership that can fuel innovation in both countries, today, in 2030 and beyond. By continuing to be innovative, Sweden and Swedish companies can also contribute to a smarter, greener, healthier and more sustainable India. More exchange between our countries is mutually beneficial, and it is the task of our governments to create the conditions for this. I look forward to revisiting India myself, and I thank Ambassador once again for the opportunity to speak to you today. Thank you very much.